Hey YouTubers, this is Old John. I'm going to continue my media center videos. This is the second in a series. This is one of the base units. To recap, I'm cutting 3/4 inch oak plywood. Here's going to be the top, left side, right side, bottom shelf. I'm also using oak strips to edge the cabinet with. Now let's look at one that's been put together. So here's one of the units, one of two. This is the right unit, nailed or put together with pocket screws. And I'm going to have to put a trim face on it and probably some support boards in the back. And then it's going to have a door. And the following is a picture of what the design looks like. Okay, I'm drilling pocket holes into the side panels of this base. And I've got them marked here approximately 4 inches from the edge. So I'm lining it up with the edge of my table just to kind of square it up. This is 3/4 inch oak plywood. So I clamp down one side, and I'm going to use my special Kreg's drill bit and the Kreg Jig. Got it set on 3/4. Put it over my line. I'm going to use the right side. You can use either. Got a nice place to clamp it down. And ready to drill. Back it out 2 or 3 times, that way the hole doesn't get clogged up with sawdust. Okay, this is a shelf, and it's going to have pocket holes on each end, on the bottom, here, here, and here. Just follow the same procedure. These are going to be 1 1/4 inch fine Kreg screws. They have a square top to them. Okay, so I'm ready to put them together now. Okay, I'm going to attach the bottom shelf to the right side of the base cabinet. So I've set it up here on my workbench. Here are my 1.5" pocket screws, and the special pocket screw bit. Got this clamped on each side. Then I've got this box that I made once by 2x4s for another project, kind of bracing this, and then I'll put this screw in first and kind of lock everything down, and then do this one. That's good. Take the clamp off there. Okay, we'll put the top on next. This is the front edge, so make sure everything lines up good here. Okay, we're ready to put on the final pieces here. To the left side. And there's the base box put together. Okay, I've got the cabinet on my workbench here, and I'm putting the screws in. The frame is lined up here. I put in these top ones, and I push it against the top of the box, and it makes for a pretty good way to put these together. And I hold this down with a piece of wood as I'm drilling. Okay, I've put the face trim on this right cabinet, and I did it with pocket screws And the left one I haven't done yet. Here's the face frame. And it also is put together with pocket screws. And of course you can put glue on this also to further strengthen it. So it'll go in like that. We're going to make our doors now. I've cut out the center section out of 3/4 inch oak plywood. I'm going to be using 1x3 trim strips. I'll show you that in a minute. Going to cut pocket holes on each side of the drawer centerpiece. This is the jig, the Kreg Jig special design. You set the thickness of the wood you're using, in this case 3/4 inch, and these slide accordingly. You clamp it here and then you drill through these holes. Okay, there's all the pocket holes drilled. I sanded down the edges. You can get plugs that go in here that are wood, or you can seal them or just leave them the way they are if they're going to be hidden. So now let's put the 1x3s on. So there's the finished door put together. That's the back side. Front side. Makes for a pretty nice door, I think. Now I'll show you how I put the pieces together. Okay, going to put this door together now. Start out with the long side. I've got on my workbench here. And I'll lay the pieces alongside of it to line it up. I'm going to screw into this piece. So line up all the edges. And put a clamp on this side to looks good. I'll put a piece on the end here to keep it from pushing out, because as you screw in to the board, you're going to have an opposite reaction. It's going to try to push the board this way. So we'll clamp this end. Using the 1 1/4 inch fine Kreg screws. This has a square head on it, and the bit has a square head also. And to keep the pieces flat against each other, I will hold down with this board. Everything appears to be square. That's the way it looks on the front. Now we'll do the other side. Okay, now that we've got the 2 sides done, 2 long sides, we can do the short sides. And there's the completed door. I'm going to put a red oak edging on the end of this base cabinet on this end, and there will be a piece that will go right here. And then on this end, okay, I'm going to put this oak edging. Here's the container. I band it. It's red oak, 3/4 inch, is about 25 feet long. I put a piece on here, and we have to stain it yet. So I need scissors, aluminum foil, or a wax paper to protect the bottom of the iron. And some kind of roller or block of wood to press down once you got it secure. I'm just going to use scissors to cut the strip. Okay, so now I put the aluminum foil over the strip, and I'm going to heat it. I got the iron preheated on cotton. And roll it on, either with a roller or use a block of wood. Make sure the tape is melting, the adhesive on the bottom is melting. And if you mess up, you just simply heat it, pull it off, and then you can redo it supposedly. So there's the finished product. Come a little closer. As you can see, it takes this unfinished edge and makes a nice finish on it. Now we're staining the tape that we just put on, the edging, veneer edging. That little piece there we're putting on, you can see the difference between the veneer and then the unfinished portion, which will be covered up by the adjacent base cabinet. We have a short piece on this side also. Now, let's move the cabinet up next to it and see what it looks like. Looks good. Here's the finish base cabinet on the right side. I put the knob on. It's like a brushed bronze. Also put it on the same knobs on the console unit. The door, as I've shown previously, was put together with pocket screws. These are the pocket holes, which still need to be plugged if you want. We may use something like this, which you can purchase, or you can make your own. They're just wooden plugs. They can go in here. Glued in and then stained over if you want. So those are available for purchase or making. There's the left unit. The knob. And there's the console unit with the knobs on it. Completely finished.